Hello, everyone. Thank you again for joining me today for our virtual classroom. My name is Dr. Shonda Macias, and I am here to talk about essential oils. Now, what's very interesting about this topic is that a lot of people don't understand really what essential oils are. And essential oils are natural oils that come from plants that actually have some type of therapeutic benefit. Now, when I enter my office every morning, I turn on my diffuser and I pick out what kind of scent or aromatherapy I want to participate in. And usually I'll go to either a sweet citrus or a lemongrass or even a peppermint if I needed a quick boost in my day. Now, those smells actually have a benefit to me because they do help me, let's say, have an effect on my productivity, my mental state, and also my physical state. Now, what's interesting is that when we think about essential oils, we also think about how we diffuse them. We eat them because they're naturally in plants. If you have lemon, if you have orange, peppermint, rose, jasmine, all of those things you can literally eat and ingest. But sometimes we might go to the store and buy some lotions that have lavender in it for relaxation. And we also have different ingredients like the eucalyptus that helps us with more of a medicinal relief. Now, if I told you that terpenes in cannabis are essential oils, would you believe me? Well, that's exactly what I'm saying today. What's interesting is that essential oils are natural to plants. And most plants, they're known as terpenoids, but in cannabis, they're known as terpenes. So when people say lemon skunk, lemon is actually the terpene that is present. When you use certain cannabis strains, you might smell like a pine flavor, and that is pinene from a pine cone naturally occurring in plants. You think about willinol, which is from lavender, and it causes full body relaxation. They're natural in plants. Myrcene. I can go through the scope of different terpenes and their effects, but what's important is that we use them every day in natural medicine as cannabis. So I think what's important here is us to focus on how do we use cannabis and terpenes, or more specifically, essential oils in our regimen. Sometimes we'll use them more like a diffuser and inhale them, and that's in the use of a vaporizer. Sometimes we'll eat them in the form of an edible, or even we'll use them on our skin in the same form as a topical. So what we're doing in cannabis medicine is the same thing that we're doing naturally day to day with essential oils. It's just one component part of the cannabis regimen. So now you understand essential oils have a known therapeutic benefit and they're natural to the cannabis plant. But one thing I really want to focus on is that people really don't understand the role they have when they use cannabis and the different compositions of terpenes that are present. So the cannabis plant is so dynamic, it expresses multiple terpenes or multiple essential oils that have a true therapeutic effect. So when I think about terpenes and using lemon skunk, for example, and I didn't come up with the strain names, I just here to educate you on what they are. It has a presence characterized mostly by limonene. Limonene is natural in lemon, and it's a natural antidepressive terpene or essential oil. And with that, it lifts the body up. It gives you energy. It helps your mood because it's an antidepressant. But more importantly, it's a natural diuretic. So you release waste and water just using the plant alone. So if I had to tie in what that looks like on a patient's ability to use the medicine day to day, I would say, what kind of effect are you looking for? Are you looking for energetic effect? Or are you looking for more of a relaxed effect? Because that relaxed effect is usually come from the essential oil or the terpene myrcene or even limonol. So working with your dispensaries consultants and really understanding how terpenes work and the different compositions of the terpenes and how they can affect your underlying diseases or your conditions is really important. The other aspect I want to focus on is the simple fact that people feel like when I use cannabis, I want a high percentage of THC or I want a high percentage of CBD. Now, our cannabinoids are another major factor of using cannabis, but really the cannabinoids are to be replenished in our body to deal with underlying conditions and ailments. So if you have full body inflammation, that's where the cannabinoids really come in and play a part in that, where the terpenes really focus on elevating other therapeutic effects using the same cannabinoid system, but producing a different outcome. So when you think about, I want to have less spasms, you really focus on more of a CBD rich medicinal benefit. But if you want that with the mood elevation, you might want a CBD rich with the limonene terpene composition to give you that lift. And so with that being said, I want us to think about not just looking at THC to get that intoxicating effect, but really focusing on working on the body systemically to regain balance. The second thing I want us to think about is when we use CBD, using CBD, again, for full body inflammation, anxiety, insomnia. But now, let's really think about the benefits of what terpenes or essential oils can do for us, which are elevating our mood, elevating our therapeutic effects, such as sleep, such as focus, and finding the right composition of terpenes for your healthcare needs. So with that being said, we want to focus on not only cannabinoids and high THC, because you can really have cannabinoids at a lower level and higher levels of essential oils that are naturally occurring in all plants that can give you a true holistic therapeutic benefit. So with that being said, to focus on really the endocannabinoid system, the lock and key system in our body that processes cannabis and the terpenes that are in the plant to give us an entourage effect that will give us the balance and restore well-being the way that God intended it to be. With that being said, I know I see all the questions popping up, and I think I've covered most of them. There are so many terpenes that are naturally occurring in plants. I will throw in a bay leaf into my soup because I know that there's therapeutic effects from the plant itself. But those same effects are definitely contributing factors in cannabis as well. And the more we start to explore and educate ourselves on those benefits, the better we can start to understand the medicine and how to restore our well-being or continually progress in a natural state. Thank you again for joining us on this live virtual classroom. It's always my blessing to restore our educational needs about cannabis. But I leave with this note, which is that when the next time you go into a grocery store and you see soap or perfume or even an air diffuser, I want you to think about essential oils, but not only how they work on the exterior or in products we have that are existing, but ways you can proactively help with your health care. God